Hi guys. Um, sorry, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the asked to get up. It's my day off. Forgive me. so, so I have taken the last couple of weeks off just because the Raws I was watching was just like, I ain't gonna lie, didn't have the motivation to do the last two Raw reviews, so I apologise. I'm gonna get back to business. So you should start to see more Raw reviews from me from now on. So I apologise for that. But anyway, here is the one from yesterday, Monday 27th of June, 2013. Raw kicked off with the Moneymaker, John Cena, coming out, kicking off the show. Just did his usual unfunny, comedic opening. Um, Basically, it was just a really long-winded way of saying that rather than an ambulance match, one of those three stages of hell match, which was interesting. I always liked three stages of hell matches. There hasn't been a lot of them. Um, Maybe understandably so. They try and wrap them up in cotton wool as much as possible. Um, so three stages are basically lumberjack match, a tables match, and an ambulance match. Um, so yeah, and then bareback comes out, aka Ryback, comes out and cuts a pointless promo, basically accepting. Um, some reason he called himself, referred to himself as Satan. I don't know, he says these types of things like Ryback rules and he is Satan and things like that. And you just think to yourself, like, shut up. Okay. That's my first instinct, to just put down the fucking microphone. That should tell you something. Um, then Paul Heyman comes out in the same promo segment, watch Ryback lose, um, to basically comes out with Curtis Axel, obviously aiming us at stage where he is really pushing this kid as much as possible. You can tell this guy, throughout the show, you can tell this guy is very well liked because of his heritage and because of his dad, by faces and heels, and I'll explain what I mean by that in the main event. You can just tell that there's a general theme that he's very highly regarded in the WWE, which makes you wonder, why is it taking this long? But you can tell he's very well liked. Um, so yeah, so then obviously the main event match is set up from that point onwards. Um, then you have a match between Big E and Del Rio. Okay, let's about either two competitors. I do really like Big E's music interests. I'm not gonna lie. I fucking rock that as a wrestler. I'm gonna lie. I love that theme. Del Rio wins roll up. At least Big E didn't tap out. Right? Someone of that size shouldn't tap out. They need to really establish themselves before they do a pussy thing like tap out, to be honest. Then Team Hell No had an interesting backstage segment with Bret Hart. Um, you know, clearly that team has very good chemistry. Kane and Daniel Bryan have very good chemistry. So whatever they do backstage segments, it's one of the few things I don't completely fast forward. It's something I actually tend to watch. So that was quite good. That was interesting. Um, and then announced that they're having a appreciation night for Bret Hart after the show, which is some bullshit. I'm not a particular Bret Hart fan. I never found him particularly interesting, but to use an appreciation night as a way to promote the app is some fucking bullshit. And I'll tell you what, the way they're pushing this shit down my throat, I'm less likely to get that ad. You know, I mentioned it a couple of times, I was more likely to get it. They can suck a fucking dick for that now. I refuse to get that ad. yeah. Then Kofi and Ambrose had a match. Kofi, he's a botch master. Always has to get his botch out of the way, but he's a good worker. I just don't care about him. Um, so I just think him the whole time, Ambrose just hurry up and get this guy away. He did. Ambrose is a nice finisher now. I like that little finisher that he has. So yeah, that was a decent match. Then in the match of the night, it was Team Hell No versus the Shield. Um, Throughout the match, it was a really good story. Clearly, these two teams have pretty good chemistry because um, the wrestling was okay, but it was more the story that was being told throughout the match. Like they set it up in the backstage segment that Daniel Bryan wanted to prove that he wasn't the weakest link of the Team Hell No team. Um, and obviously, you can see that there's tension between Kane and Daniel Bryan because Kane was trying to Kane of all people, that's the irony of his character, was trying to calm Daniel Bryan down and bring him under control and stuff. And in the end, it was, you could argue it was a mistake by Daniel Bryan. Um, and there's overzealous ways that cost him the match. But yeah, Shield wins, have no problem with that. But it was a very good story that was told. Very good story. Bandango and Wade Barrett had a match with Miz as special guest referee. I don't remember who the fuck won this. I think it was Bandango. Um, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Bandango after um, Miz hit the skull crushing finale on Wade Barrett. And then, um, and then Miz kicked Bandango off of the match. And I guess was Summer Rae beat. I thought that was kind of weird. Oh, Summer Rae just flying out. I must say that's really nice work. She's got a nice beat. She's proper nice. And John Cena and HBK had a backstage segment. Usual sort of cheesy John Cena shit. Wasn't really listening to what was happening. Then tons of fun, which is the gayest name in the world. Versus three-man band. I love Drew's quote because as tons of fun were doing their shit in the ring, Drew went, the best part about that was the girls. Um, but Natty, stop dancing. You cannot dance. But it was Natty's birthday, so happy birthday, Natty. It's still fine. It's still a good wrestler despite the bullshit that they're doing with you these days. Uh, um, yeah, you can't dance, baby. You just can't. Um, and Heyman on the highlight reel, which I thought was the most interesting thing of the night. I thought it was a well done highlight reel. Um, I was just disappointed to hear that CM Punk is coming back as quickly as he is. I was hoping that he'd have more time off and then bring him back as a babyface, but it looks like he's coming back at Payback, which is his hometown. Um, so he may as well be a babyface for that fucking match. Um, so yeah, basically what came of this whole segment, which was a good segment, I thought it was well done myself, was Jericho and CM Punk will be going one-on-one at Payback. They have good matches, but you would expect Jericho to put them over as Jericho tends to do with people. So I I guess that's what's going to happen from there. Uh, then Bellas versus Natty and Caitlyn, who I just think I don't know, but I wish she'd dye her hair to one color. That's my only beef. But I still think she's fine. I think she's so pretty in the face. I don't know. I fucking shit out of Caitlyn. I really do. I think straight up she's the buffest diva. Uh, I think she's fine. Uh, So yeah. Anyway, fellas won that. Enough said really. Uh, and Breakfast Club versus Team Roast fellas. Um, did you really need to ask who won this? But yeah, Randy Orton and Sheamus won that. And then a very interesting video segment with Bray Wyatt, who I've been very much looking forward to seeing in WWE. Because I know that's one of their up and coming superstars. I've kept an eye on NXT. And it looks like he's bringing the whole family. So uh, keep a watch out for that. That's going to be a good little thing, man. I wonder if they will, if that day will come when the Shield are still around. We would assume they will. So yeah, gonna be some more factions coming on board, and I always think factions are a good idea, particularly mini bands, ones of no more than 4 people. Um, so yeah, that will be very interesting. I'm looking forward to that a lot. It's one of the things that's still getting me to tune into WWE along with the Shield. It's the prospect of Bray Wyatt. So, and then the main event, Cena versus Curtis Axel. Curtis Axel wins after Ryback comes out. Fucks up Cena a little bit. And Curtis Axel gets count out victory. Now, what I mean by the fact that you can see that Curtis Axel is held in high regard is that throughout the show, you had Curtis Axel have a backstage segment with, I don't know if I mentioned that, it was HBK talking about his dad. You had JBL really talking this kid up at the beginning and end of the show. And then what really started it off for me is, you know how fucking babyface King can be sometimes, to the point where it's so annoying. Even he was like, you know what, I agree with JBL. I said, you don't go off in this show unless you have something about him. Like, I think he could be the next. I think he could be a really good talent and stuff. Even Cena got picked us off of the ground. He was like clapping Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt. He was clapping Curtis Axel. It just makes you think that, wow, they really hold this kid in high regard. So yeah, I mean, let's just see. I don't see what is so special about him, but he does have a good heritage, so I'm prepared to wait and see what happens. But yeah, I just thought I'd do a quick review for once. Yes, it's under 15 minutes. I'm getting better at these damn things. So yeah, subscribe, comment, like this video. Um, and yeah, it looks like they're bringing CM Punk back. You may have seen in previous videos that I've done about why I thought CM Punk should stay off TV until SummerSlam. If you haven't seen that video, please check that out. But it doesn't look like they're going to do that, so I suppose it might be a bit of a pointless watch for you. But yeah, um, I'll be back next week with a new Raw review. I might try and see if I can do a couple of more topic videos later this week and finish off my Arsenal series now that the season's done. So stay tuned to that as well. Okay? Take care. Peace.